back at New England Fan Fest. We're with Leaping Lanny, or the Genius, whatever you want to name him, Lanny Poffo.
It's a pleasure to be here, and congratulations on 30 years of broadcasting. That's something to be proud of.
Thank you. And you have a voice that should be for broadcasting. Have you ever done voiceover work?
I actually have. People have said I had a face for radio and a voice for silent pictures. That's a joke. Yeah.
Actually, I actually worked with your father one time in 1991. We had a memorial show for my late co-host, Paul Fay, and your father was the ring announcer.
Yes, that meant a lot to him. He told me all about it.
He did?
Yes.
Wow. So that's an awful long time ago. That was known as the largest independent TV taping to that date, the most expensive.
The most expensive, and it probably bankrupted a few people.
You have two legacies to take care of, your own and your brother, the Macho Man Randy Savage.
And my father.
And three legacies, that's right.
And my mom.
And your mom. But is your mom still with us?
She died. Tomorrow it'll be 1 year that she died.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't read about that.
Yeah, but she was 90 years old, and the sad part was she was alive to see my brother go, which my dad was lucky to go before my brother. And even though he had lost a lot of his marbles, he would have understood that, you know.
Yeah. Well, you've had a very long career, and have you ever written a book? Is that your book right there?
This is my comic book. It tells my whole biography, and just go on geniuslannypoffo.com, and we'll do business.
That's great. Now, are you a comic book fan in general?
No, I'm not, but I used to like Mad Magazine, and then I graduated to National Lampoon and finally Hustler.
Let's go back to WWE or WWF at that time. They never acknowledged that you and the Macho Man were brothers, and I thought that was a natural tag team that you guys could have had.
Well, it was better for Randy that we didn't, because, he was getting a rocket push, you know what I mean? And I was lucky to be there. And 5 years later, I'm in the ring with Hulk Hogan, so I got 4 months worth of main events, and it meant a lot to me. Then I got to wear my brother's Hall of Fame ring, Macho Man Hall of Fame.
Now, do you still wrestle at all?
I shouldn't, but I have. You know, if the price is right, I'll be there tonight, but I shouldn't wrestle anymore, but I do.
What's the best part of your career that you can think of? The most notoriety or the best skilled match? What's your favorite thing that you did?
There's only one man smart enough to put Hulk Hogan down. The Genius has a devastating plan. You're looking at the future World Wrestling Federation, who appeals to the modern thinking fan. When I emerge victorious with gold around my waist, I shall be the most splendiferous of all. Don't tell me Hulk is 6'8" and I'm just 6'2". Between the ears, I'm over 10 feet tall. He wants to wrap his 24-inch pythons around my neck and give his famous, "What you gonna do?" By the power of the Genius and the world's smartest man, I'll rely on my incredible IQ.
Very good. Wow, you still can do that.
Oh yes, that's my gimmick.
That's kind of a precursor to rap a little bit.
Well, I spell rap with a C. I'm a classical rhyming poet, like Robert Frost, and Shel Silverstein, who I met twice in my life. So no, I don't like rap, and I don't listen to it. I don't like anything the punks listen to today.
Now, how did the death of Bruno Sammartino affect you, or did it?
Once upon a wrestling ring, but not so long ago, Mr. Bruno Sammartino was the only name to know. He stood up to Buddy Rogers, and the Nature Boy went down. Less than 60 seconds later, Sammartino wore the crown. He's the crown. He's the real Italian stallion. That's a fact you can't ignore. His career had more success than Rocky 1, 2, 3, and 4. The living legend lives again for every wrestling fan. He's on the microphone each week, right next to Vince McMahon. And then they broke up, and then they're back together.
Okay, I'm going to take a chance here and say something. You are half Italian and half Jewish. Is that correct?
Yes.
No, I'm all Jewish, but I live in an Italian neighborhood, so people tell me that my mannerisms are Italian. And I didn't have any friends but Italians as I grew up.
I grew up Catholic, but we would visit my mom's side of the family, and they were part Lithuanian and part Belarus, and very not Orthodox, but they still had such a deal, and ask me how I'm feeling.
How are you feeling?
Don't ask. Go on geniuslannypoffo.com, and love to talk to you, and ooh, yeah. Dig it.
It's going to happen, yeah. Dig it. Thank you. Join us next time on Wrestling Talk. Thanks for joining us, and stay in the ring.